So hi, welcome to Good Noise Podcast. We're here with Mikey from Wasted Space. We're going to ask him some questions today. I'm going to start. What inspired you to start the band?
Um, Long story. This band has been through like three different iterations, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
One as a My Chemical Romance cover band,
Okay,
and
taste.
then another one is like a really shitty post-hardcore band, and now it's whatever it is now, I guess. And I kind of went through the first time. It was like my friend was like, "Yo, you want to start a band?" And I was like, "Okay." And so we did, and we just played My Chemical Romance covers in his garage. And then the second one was like, "Good girl broke up with me," so yeah. And then this one was just like I wasn't happy with any of the art I'd been making, but I knew that I wanted to make music, so it was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make music that I actually would want to listen to now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sort of how we got here.
All right.
Wow, that's
Very
cool.
I know you said we're a My Chemical Romance cover band. This is a very important question. What's your favorite My Chem album?
Yes.
Bullets, without question.
Taste.
Oh,
I
Not like I
Yes.
couldn't even. I could spend an hour just talking about why it's objectively the best.
agree.
okay.
Rayanne,
Would
you
you like
have no
to-
say in this because you have not listened to Bullets in full.
Did you guys hear me groan? Oh,
I did.
What?
She has
Sorry.
not listened to Bullets in
Okay.
full.
How have you not
me
listened
for
to
you guys
Bullets
to
in
hear
full?
that.
Okay, all right. So if you haven't listened to Bullets in full, you're missing out because I think part of what makes it interesting is the fact that it's like this series of half-baked, like post-hardcore, just sort of like songs that don't really intertwine or make sense in any special way until you perceive them as a whole. And I feel like that a lot of music is like that. So when I make music, when I listen to other people's music, I'm really focused on sort of like the album experience and like how it all comes together. So that's a big part of both how I make music and how I listen to it. And I think Bullets is a huge part of that for me because it's an album I experience differently song to song and as one.
All right.
Wow, that was
deep.
that was a really good explanation.
Yeah.
Not just like, well, I like it, so it's the best album. That was like big picture type. Wow.
I've thought about this a lot because I'm signed to Phantom Terror Records, bless up the homies, but we always argue about this because we have a bunch of people in our Discord who are like, Three Cheers is the best Mikekem album, and it's really easy to say that,
Corey
but
thinks
it's
so.
not right.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, fuck Danger Days. Just
Fuck Danger Days. Fuck Danger.
Bro.
Days.
out of here. Danger Days can get out. Goodbye.
I agree.
Oh yeah. God,
Yeah, fuck Danger Days.
All right, so
Ferris is crying.
I've decided to leave this interview. Bye, guys. Have fun.
I'm
Sad.
sorry.
L.
So
I know
what
My
would you
Chemical Romance can be very divisive.
Very.
It can. But okay, wait. So, what do you think of Three Cheers then?
So I think Three Cheers is like the easy My Chemical Romance album. Like
Okay.
it's the one that you can listen to and be like, okay, this is the essence of My Chemical Romance. It's obvious to see why someone would say, oh yeah, this is their best album because like
Mhm.
it's the most mainstream appeal while keeping what they're originally about. It's like it thrusts them into the mainstream while not corrupting their original sound. So in that way, commercially and sound wise, it's their best in that it achieves what they want to do and gets them to a place where they can like survive off of music. I think a lot of people will tell you it's the Black Parade, which is not right, but also valid. I like the Black Parade, but I don't think it's a My Chemical Romance album, or it should have been.
Okay. That's
Alright.
It's a
I
whole
haven't heard
hot
that one
take that I
before.
don't want to get into because I'll talk so long about this. But a lot of hot takes about my chem, and I think that they were better when they were like less ambitious. And I think the more ambitious they got, I didn't like see a decrease in quality, but they just moved away from what made them good in my eyes.
Mhm.
And that's my opinion on My Chemical Romance.
I agree with most
That's
of
valid.
it. So
All right.
yeah.
Okay, wait. Last Micro Romance. Oh my god, I can't even say their name. Last My Chem question. What do you think of weapons? Like that whole.
Okay. So here's the thing about weapons.
Mhm.
Boy Division and fucking Make Room are the
That's
two
not
best
Ambulance.
Mikekem songs
Mhm.
ever. Like
Okay.
literally ever. And
Okay.
every single other song on Conventional Weapons is a hard skip.
Oh my god! Wait, what about Ambulance? Hey,
I don't like it.
you don't. How do you not like Ambulance?
Listen, I have
like
agreed
That
with
is their best song.
This interview is horrible.
I'm gonna cry.
I have agreed with your entire opinion so far, and then we got to Conventional Weapons, and this is where I have to disagree with you.
Okay, all right, listen. You can't take my word for it on anything because I listen to like Mom Jeans unironically. So
So do I.
like we can just move on from my opinion because none of it matters. I have terrible opinions.
Okay. I
Apologies.
feel really attacked right now. I'm just gonna put that.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
Apologies for taking the Wasted Space interview and turning it into a "What is your My Chemical Romance" bias?
Dude, who
No
is it
problem at
though?
all.
Who is it?
If it's not Ray,
It's Mikey.
Taste.
Well,
that's fine.
that
I
was
could
a
listen,
probably
surprise.
that
listen.
pass. Okay.
Listen, my name is Mikey. I play bass. His name is
Okay.
Mikey. He plays bass. I just like from the get go, I was like, yeah, I like him, and then I started like getting into music, and I was like, bro, his bass lines are on point. And if you listen to Bullets, he'd been playing bass for what, like 2 months? It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What he
Yeah,
does on that album. So I'm such a fan.
Taste.
Okay.
Ray's
Alright.
cute though. Ray's cute.
Alright.
Mom is gonna watch this.
It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Right. So moving back to the interview questions and away from Mikekem, can you tell us a little bit about your writing process?
Okay, so I get this a lot, and I don't know how to answer it yet, because it's so drastically different for every song. Poison Ivy, I keep all my music shit in the basement, and I just spend time down there writing songs. So a lot of times, what'll happen is if I'm practicing, I'll come up with like a little exercise that I like, that will turn it into a song. So Poison Ivy started out as a bass exercise. Here, let me grab a bass. 1 sec. So it started because I was like trying to practice moving my fingers across, and I was doing a major 7th chord just on F sharp because I thought this would be a really cool way to sort of like practice moving my fingers, different frets and different strings really easily. And into it, and I was like, holy shit, that bass line is actually really cool. So then I sat down in GarageBand in my kitchen where I record everything, and I just laid down, I think, about 32 bars of just the verse of Poison Ivy. And I thought, this is cool as hell. So I made it into a song and I expanded it, and then I just kind of improv the lyrics like behind the mic, because that's like the only way I can get things done. If I write it beforehand, it turns out like garbage. But most of the other songs in the album were not done the same way at all. I think Laundry and Hampshire were both written in my bedroom on my acoustic, which is funny because they're very not acoustic. Like Laundry has like electronic elements, and Hampshire is the punk song. So, like, I think that's funny. Shitting and Eating Spaghetti, I wrote on GarageBand out of nowhere. I was just like, I'm gonna write a song, and then I just did it. Rest of them were just sort of like, I need to fill in the rest of this album somehow.
All right.
So I just started writing songs in the studio and doing it, and I think I rewrote all of them at least 3 times. Like, I had 3 different albums, and each one of them was like, it's not good enough. And then I finally finished this one, and I was like, this is the one. Like, this is it.
Exciting.
Do you think you?
I think
ever
again, it's
release
a
those?
lot of. Sorry.
Oh,
My
sorry.
play is weird, but I think it's a lot of like, I'm trying to think about, okay, how am I gonna make the best album or EP that I can? I never write in terms of like the song because I don't think it works. I think for me, like I said before, I listen to music and I make music with the idea of an album. So like going into LSBC, I was like, all right, I want to make an album about high school because I'm graduating this year and moving on to bigger and better things. And I was like, this is like my hate letter, I guess, because I had such a shitty time in high school. And I sort of kind of addressed all of the things that were going on in my head, and I tried to put it together into one big album that flowed in a nice way from start to finish, and that's just sort of how it worked out. So I think, again, like it feeds more into my construction of the work as a whole than the individual songs.
Wow. Solid.
I like it.
So how do you feel? Okay, so how do you feel about the reception to your album, Like Summer but Colder?
Okay. I was watching, like, okay, so Spotify results come in a day late. So on April 10th, the day it dropped, I was sitting at my computer being like, oh god. just freaking out because like I couldn't see what the reception was. And I think about 2 hours after it came out, everyone started tweeting about it. Like everyone that I knew was like, this is so cool, I love this, and that was awesome. I was floored by it. It was so great, and I'm super grateful to everyone who listened. And then like as the results started trickling in from Spotify, from iTunes, from all that, it just got deeper and deeper. Like more and more people were listening to it and appreciating it. It retained listeners, and even now, like it's still getting a ton of hype from Spotify and stuff. Awesome. So the reception is like way better than I ever dreamed it could be. I was kind of thinking this would be the album that sort of like disappeared into obscurity, and then I did a sophomore effort with better production value, and it just blew up. But I think that this is a really cool response for me to get, especially being someone who does it all myself in my kitchen with no bandmates and no shows to promote or anything.
Yeah, I like that. So then you said it was released on April 10th. What was it like releasing an album in quarantine?
It was like the worst possible time.
Oh, yeah.
I picked the worst part of quarantine to release the album. So I guess like my perception of what it's like to release music in quarantine is skewed by that. I picked the point in time where like I'd been out of school for a month-ish. I had just been working on music for like the whole time that I had been in quarantine. But everybody else that I knew is either a little bit older than me, or they did their GED, or they dropped out, or they had like other circumstances. So nobody could really like monetarily support me because everybody lost their jobs. Yeah. And I picked the time to drop the album when it was most uncertain as to what was going to happen. Like they hadn't approved the stimulus checks yet. They hadn't like outlined plans for reopening. So nobody was able to like financially support when I drop merch or like do anything. And I'm not like bitter about it, but I just wish that I had given it like a second thought. The problem was I'd promised myself that this album was going to come out in April because if I don't impose a deadline on myself, I will never get it done. And I would have very well been working on this album now if it weren't for that. So I don't know. I think it was like a good time for me to get it out, but a terrible time for the rest of the world to receive it.
Yeah. I'm glad it did well, all things considered. So that's good.
Yeah.
So what was your headspace while writing it?
Okay, so like I said, I wrote it like 3 times. So the first time it was like I kind of didn't really have a consistent theme for it when I first wrote it. I was like, here's like 5 songs and a bunch of song titles, and this could be an EP. And we'll release it as an EP, and it won't mean anything. It'll just be like a couple good songs that I know that I have. And then I was like, wait, no, I'm still writing music, and it's better. And that was around the time I wrote Crying and Shitting. And I was like, this is a really good song. I titled like an idiot, but it's a really good song. So I was like, fuck it, let's make an album. And I wrote it the second time, and it was bad. It was just really bad because I was starting to get like messages in the songs that were good that I liked a lot, but I wasn't like doing them justice. So it came a point where I was writing songs that I wasn't entirely happy with, but I so desperately wanted to just finish the album that it was like, I'm gonna rush these songs, they're gonna be garbage and it's gonna be whatever. And the third time I wrote it, I actually cut a song, and I was like, it'll be way easier to finish this if I don't have to worry about this one song that I just don't like. And then at that time, I was like frustrated with quarantine, but excited about music, and I was gearing up for graduation. So like there was a lot turning in my head, and that's when I started connecting the dots. Like this could be so themed around high school and like how I'm ready to leave it, and all of the factors that make me like, you know, anxious or ready to go from high school. And I think it came at a time where I'd unpacked a lot about myself that I hadn't previously too. So there was a good amount of personal development that came from the writing of the album as well.
Wow. Wow. I don't know what to say to that. Sorry, wow. Okay. So when you're not making music, what bands do you listen to, or artists, like music wise?
All right, I'm gonna get my playlist off the dome. Right now, I'm really into like acoustic, lo-fi emo stuff. So like the Microphones, Crywank, like really really sad stuff. Just because I'm super depressed. But if I had to pick some music that I love dearly, I'm always listening to. It's got to be just like emo, like Origami Angel. All my friends in Glass Beach. I'm not really friends with them, but I like to say that I am. Glass Beach, fucking Guitar Fight from Fooly Cooley. What other bands? Space Dust is a good friend of mine.
We love.
We love Space Dust.
Who else do I listen to? Shit. The Sonderbombs are big for me because I love hearing the ukulele in a genre that's not like ukulele centric.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Prince Daddy fan.
Yeah.
Corey's great.
I love Corey, and I'm obsessed with Prince Daddy, and they're great. Fuck, Mom Jeans. I am a disgusting indie boy who smokes cigarettes and listens to Mom Jeans.
Bro, that's so valid.
I mean, pretty much anything. I also listen to like a lot of core music because I don't make hardcore music, but I really want to. Like, I really want to be a frontman in like a screamo band or something. So a lot of like Shin Guard, For Your Health, Knock Loose, and then like older bands like I'm gonna out myself as a poser here, but like Agnostic Front and Bad Brains, Vanities, Misfits, all those bands have been super influential to like my musical development. And while they're not necessarily prescient influences on my music, I love to listen to them. Oh, fucking Bomb the Music Industry.
Oh, solid.
Love Jeff. Oh, and a lot of hip hop too. I really like the new Run the Jewels album. Because I needs to study to and sell them. Because I was really poor, and I was like, I'll sell some beats, and they weren't good. I guess they're on some YouTube channel now, or like some cringy 15-year-old is like rapping over them. I guess, but like,
it's out there.
Yeah, they're out there.
It's that out there. You'll find them maybe. I don't know.
Bro, maybe who knows? Like in like a couple years, you'll hear it on the radio with like some not cringy 15-year-old rapping over it. You never know, man.
Some grown adult.
Exactly.
Oh shit! I totally forgot to talk about Car Seat Headrest.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of him.
Okay, so Car Seat Headrest is a really important band to me for a lot of reasons. If like didn't find out about them until last year, and they've just been with me a lot, and I think I will say that the original like Summer About Colder was a lot more Car Seat Headresty. I kind of had to give it up because I realized, shit, I'm not Will Toledo. Like, I can't sing about being a gay furry and not be a gay furry.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So yeah, that's my music taste.
All right.
Good all around.
Yeah.
I feel like we've already kind of hit on this with all of these, but what artists or bands would you say are your biggest inspiration?
Okay, so for me, definitely Dillinger 4. I'm wearing the shirt right now.
You love to see
But,
it.
Dillinger 4 are nobody's heard of them. They're this really sick, like mid '90s, late '90s skate punk band from Minneapolis, and holy shit, they're so good. They're like Green Day, but they have like a little bit more of a musical like sophistication to them. They're better musicians, in my opinion.
Okay.
And also, Green Day plagiarized their big hit single.
Oh.
So these guys had a song called "Double Whiskey Coke No Ice,"
Mhm.
and not only is that my favorite drink, but that's just beside the point. It's a really great song, and it's basically American Idiot, but it came out in 1998.
Mhm.
And Green Day took these guys on tour in Japan in 2000,
Mhm.
and they clearly heard the song because Double Whiskey Coke No Ice was like a minor hit.
Uh-huh.
And so, like, people knew it, people liked it. And then 4 years later, in the making of American Idiot, Green Day took the same riff and made it into American Idiot with the same chord progression and, like, no changes whatsoever.
Oh.
So these guys need some justice, and I will rep them till the day I die. But Dillinger 4, huge influence for me.
Oh my god.
Let's see, what else?
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm out here canceling Green Day. Stop listening to Green Day.
Alright. Won't be that hard anyways.
Okay, what else here? I wouldn't call them influential because they're like a band that exists now, but one of my favorite bands in DIY is Dogleg. And I guess if you want to extend it to my influences, definitely Sunny Day Real Estate is a band that influences both me and Dogleg heavily, and I really love their music. Other bands that really influenced me, Algernon, Cadwallader is a great band, like Midwest emo stuff. Obviously, American football is an influence to a degree, but I don't like to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Ow.
I think I don't like to say that Mikekem has an influence on my sound because it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think the album "Stomach Aches" by Frank Iero is a more direct influence on me.
Okay.
No.
Like limiting it to that album, and even more specifically to the song "Joyriding." Like that's a musical influence on me heavily. I think I wouldn't be where I am without fuck man, this is so hard for me. I definitely wouldn't be where I am without Heart Attack Man. I stole half my brand from Heart Attack Man. Like I don't take a ton of musical cues from them either, but like wouldn't do the "Good morning y'all, it's Mikey from Wasted Space" on Twitter if it weren't for Heart Attack Man. I wouldn't I definitely wouldn't have the same sense of humor. Like we were sending memes in the chat earlier.
Yeah.
And I think half those memes I probably wouldn't have saved to my computer if it weren't for Eric from Heart Attack.
Love to see it. Yeah.
What's another band? Oh, Pup. I mentioned my poster that's sitting on my desk.
That you ripped.
That I ripped. It's just the corner though, so when I frame it, it'll be fine.
Okay.
Good.
But Pup is my favorite band of all time.
Taste.
And their self-titled album is an album that I found in my freshman year, and it was the first time I heard non-standard time signatures used in music. I have yet to try it because I'm really scared that I'm not going to be as good as Pup. But Pup and King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard are two really big musical influences on me.
That's a fun name.
Yeah, right? They're like a psych rock band from Australia. They have 3 guitarists, 2 drummers, and a bassist.
Sounds like Slipknot.
Jesus Christ.
They got
Wow.
harmonica.
Oh my god.
So they're so fun. If you ever get to see them live, do it. I walked out of their show. I took a backpack in, and I went in a pretty together. Like I went in a put together person. I had jeans on, I had Converse on, I had a backpack full of hydration and other stuff, and I had a shirt on. And I left one shoe and a whole sheet of acid in my backpack. So
Whoops.
go see them.
Well, okay.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
Musical
Take me
influences.
up
Musical
for it.
influences. Marietta. That's my last one.
All right.
Marietta's a
Solid.
huge musical influence.
Solid list. So you're working on any new projects that you can tell us about?
Yes, and this leads me to my question for you.
Oh,
Go for it.
So, I tweeted out First Light gets the new Wasted Space song because I wrote a song and I recorded it.
Mhm.
And I was like, this is just going to be a thing that I want to drop. Maybe it'll be part of an EP.
Mhm.
And somebody liked it. Somebody got the song.
Mhm.
And you guys responded to my tweet. You said, can we have it?
Uh-huh.
And I said, actually, yeah. So my question for you is, have you listened to it and what did you think?
I asked for it and then completely forgot I asked for it. I was
That's
I was
okay.
out with my girlfriend and I saw the tweet and I'm like, I'm gonna just beg Mikey to give me the
Just
song. And
Give
then
me the song.
yeah, and then I will listen to it when we're done here. I can tell you what I think of it after the fact. But right now,
Please do.
I have not listened to it. No. And
L.
Okay, so yeah, I will say I've worked in a little bit of a shoegaze influence for this one.
okay.
A Bloody Valentine type beat, fucking.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah,
Bloody
I'm
Valentine
working on this
as
new
in-
song.
MGK or
Oh no. The
Oh.
band, My Bloody
No.
oh
Valentine.
yeah, sorry.
We get
Sorry.
it. You simp for
Um,
Machine Gun Kelly. Just get
Sorry.
out, Glory.
I had to ask. Okay.
See, all right.
Here comes
I
another
wanna
hot
drop-
take.
I want to
I'm
drop a
ready.
take on. I want to drop a take on Machine Gun Kelly.
All right,
Yes.
drop it.
Please.
Drop it.
Hate him.
I do too.
Yes.
I do too.
I just hate his guts.
Me too. Three
He
against
He
one,
looks
Glory.
like the kind of. He looks like the kind of kid. He looks like the kind of kid who shops at Hot Topic, calls himself punk, makes emo trap, and then pretends to be part of DIY, and then preys on minors.
Okay. Well,
Whoa.
okay, hot topic.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh. Ooh.
Stuff. I don't do the other stuff, but I do shop at Hot Topic, so I do feel a little bit attacked.
I'm so sorry.
The ending part got me. That's it. I'm done. Glory's
I've
dead.
been canceling Jack Morris on Twitter for like 3 weeks, so I forget I can't joke about that sometimes.
This is great. Ow. Okay.
Glory's gonna hit me with
yeah.
You're gonna have to cut that out.
Yeah,
no,
I
no,
might
no,
have to
it's
cut
fine.
that out.
I just need some time.
I might ask that you cut that out. Cut it out so it's just silent and you can still see us talking and we leave the reaction.
The poor,
I said nothing of consequence.
the poor audio listeners. They'll be like, "What the hell?"
Oh my God. Or just put a very annoying bleep over it.
Yes,
Yes.
we've done that before.
Make it-
Anyway, yeah, I'm not a Machine Gun Kelly stan. I'm not a
I'm-
Machine Gun Kelly stan.
I'm
Glory,
hurt.
Glory is
Honestly,
a simp
I'm
for
hurt.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Bro, my
I mean,
Twitter
I think he's,
layout
like,
is
pretty.
based around
He's
Machine
pretty.
Gun Kelly.
Isn't your wallpaper
Pretty.
good, Kelly?
My wallpaper?
Yeah, phone wallpaper.
No, it's
Oh.
Pilot Boys.
It was for like a day. Glory changes her.
Yeah,
phone
it was for a
wallpaper every
day. I got bored of it. It made me
Oh.
bored, so I
That-
changed it.
I had the big gross baby as my phone.
Oh,
background
why
for
would you
the
have that?
Because people were like, "There's no way you can make this your phone background and not live a cursed life." And I was
That
like,
is
"I
a
live a
cursed
cursed life. I live a cursed life. I don't want this background."
I
It was a
hate that.
disturbing. It was a disturbing little bit.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh,
Ironically, it was also my mentally healthiest bit. So
oh, interesting.
anyway,
Anyway, okay. So where do you see the project in the next 5 years?
5 years.
5 years.
Everyone knows
5
every
years.
good emo band makes like 2 years of music and breaks up.
That is not the first time we've gotten that answer.
Who are you gonna break up with?
All right.
I don't know. Probably my
Yourself?
girlfriend. No, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go that dark. I don't want to break up with myself just yet. That's probably
Sad.
it implies a very dark line of thinking. No, I think that in 5 years this project will still be going. Hopefully, it'll be like a real band. I really want to. I really want to like expand on the project. I want to make more complex music with more layers. I really want to get in like a real studio at some point. I think in the next 5 years, all of that will come, And I'm really hoping now that I'm moving off to college, I'll be able to be in a place where I can meet new people, start a band with them, enjoy myself, take the creative heights to a new level. I really need to work with people is like my bottom line. So like if I can get people in the room who can like be like, no, that's dumb, that's stupid, and then I think I'll be okay artistically. But like as it stands right now, I don't think I would do this solo music thing for much longer. At least not under this name.
All right, that's fair.
So, okay. So for these last 3 questions, we like to go away from music and just, I guess have a little fun. And the funnest place I can think of, personally, is death row. So,
Right.
So if you were on death row, what would your last meal be? And also choose a drink, please.
Cyanide. Oh, pig can kill me.
Edgelord.
Pig can kill
Okay.
me. A cab. A cab.
A cab. That was up there with a cop's heart. We got one of those as an
Cop's
answer.
heart.
Oh, who said that? I watched the Space Dust episode in preparation, but I
Who
didn't.
said Cop's Heart?
Someone from Sarah and the Safe Word, which that one isn't out yet.
Okay.
No, that one's coming out soon.
So yeah, that was up there.
It's a good response.
Yeah. So if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
This is the hardest question ever because I write a lot.
Okay.
And I have a lot of like fantasy worlds that I make that I wouldn't necessarily want to live in, but like I feel obligated to pick one of my own.
Mhm.
And I also think it'd be super cool to be a Star Wars character, just because like I feel like so much crazy, just off the wall bullshit happens in Star Wars.
Yeah.
That like you could just be walking down the street and then get like your arm cut off by some dude dangling his lightsaber out of a car, and you're just like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, I have no arm now.
There goes
But
that.
I think if I really had to pick like a fictional world, I'd probably pick like Avatar,
Ooh.
just because
Valid.
everyone has superpowers.
All right.
Well, not everybody, but what's your element?
So I'd be a firebender because I'm edgy like that.
Bruh.
All right, me too, though. So
Kind of an L.
Yeah, that's my
wait,
that's my
wait,
choice.
but Jedi or Sith for the Star Wars one?
Ideally neither. I think. All right, here we go. I'm gonna apply way too much philosophy to Star Wars.
Oh my god.
I think the Jedi are a super corrupt organization. They're like everything that makes religion bad and more. Like they're a religion given political control over a lot of stuff, and they have an army. So like they're fundamentally in a place where they think they're doing the right thing all the time.
Mhm.
Then the Sith are just like overwhelming. Like they just need to calm down, like take 6 deep breaths, go to therapy. But I think the Sith just need a minute.
Yeah.
Wow, you got a point.
So ideally, I'd be a bounty hunter, and I'd
Ooh.
just sort of vibe.
Okay.
That's good.
That's
We
cool.
haven't gotten that answer yet.
I like that answer.
Yeah, bounty hunter gang. Let's go. So I have the honor of asking the last question, and everybody that we've spoken to have said it's the most important question. What is your favorite color?
What is my favorite color? You cut out, but I think that's what
I
you said.
swear.
That is what
Yeah,
you said.
that's
yeah.
that's exactly what I said.
Okay, so it's got to be like a sky blue.
Okay.
Ooh.
Like, I'd give you a hex code, but I don't want to be super nerdy.
Oh my god, I'm ready.
So-
Wait,
I've
give
those
me
before.
give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, me too.
Let me find the hex code. Hang on.
All right, I'm ready.
I always get flashbacks to when someone gave us the Pornhub orange as the hex
God,
code.
that was memorable.
Yeah, so every single time they're like, I'm going to give you a hex code, I get flashbacks.
Okay, I found it.
Okay.
Found it. Gotta put it in the chat right now.
Oh wait, no, just say it, and I
Yeah,
can.
Hashtag 69BDD2.
Oh, awesome.
2? Oh.
Like a nice little
Just
sky
little-
blue.
Oh, that's a very cute blue.
I like
Yeah,
that.
right?
It's like wholesome.
Yeah, it's just a nice little
love it.
innocent color. It makes me feel cozy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Honestly.
I had a crayon that was that color when I was a kid, so that's why it's my favorite for sure.
All right.
Aw.
Wholesome. So as Glory said, that is all the questions we have for you today. Is there anything you would like to plug?
Wonderful. Yeah, so I have a song coming out. Hopefully it comes out on time, but I'm not going to say any dates until I know that it's coming out. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. Like Summer But Colder, we're going to have tapes up hopefully around next week. We're donating all the proceeds to the Black Visions Collective in support of Black Lives Matter. I'm also trying to donate all of the proceeds of this new song to Black trans rights organizations. So if you are sort of passionate about that and you don't really like my music, I encourage you to stream it anyway because it will be helping a good cause. Aside from that, yeah, I mean, you know where to find me. Wasted Space _ on Twitter. Dumpster Bassist is also me.
Mm-hmm.
Check us out. I'm funny sometimes, and yeah.
All right. So thank you for sitting down with us. This has been Mikey from Wasted Space, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.